welcome back. I'm so happy you're here, and of course, like I always hope that you have an amazing day so far. For everyone who is new here, welcome to YouTube. I hope you enjoy what you see, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, of course I hope you will click the red subscribe button, but of course you know that already. For today we are going to use, of course, the smaller tumbling tile blocks. I'm always looking time and time again how far I can get, what you can make with your tumbling tile blocks. And of course you'll find the measurement of the bigger and the smaller blocks down below in the description box. So I use today the smaller ones. I have here some paint. You can use, of course, you can use any color. Maybe I do this time a little bit in the gold or the white color. We will see. And of course I have here a container with everything inside. But the most important is, of course, the wood glue. I just have a simple brand, so don't pay too much. I have here an old saucer with an old piece of kitchen towel, which is wet, to wipe away the glue. For today we are going to make a dinosaur. Of course, I hope you, here in the Netherlands we speak it out as dinosaurus. So it's a little bit similar, but not totally. You'd call it a dinosaur. So we will see how far I get with making it looking real. So we're going to do now step one, and of course I'm going to start with the legs. I hope that I have the measurement right, because I never made a dinosaur. So we will see how this will turn out. We start with little feet. So again we do some glue on one of the blocks, and we place this one on top, place this one on top, and place it on the side. Squeeze them, and again squeeze them. And again, we're going to get our wet towel and wipe away the glue which is sticking out on both sides. And we do here the same. Get it off your table, do the back side. And again, we're going to let this dry in for a half minute. So now we make sure that we have the two smaller sides of the blocks on top. So the two smaller sides on top. We get one loose block over here. And you just simply place it in the middle. And here the same. Place it in the middle, and if you place it on the top side, then you can easily work with it and get it nicely in the middle, because it is sticking out a little. So again, place it straight up, squeeze it like this, and make sure that you have it really in the middle, so you get a piece left over on this side sticking out and over here. And if you get a small brush, it's easy, then you can wipe away the glue on the side. And this is how he is looking right now, and is sticking out a little. And you do here the same, some glue, wipe away on this side and this side, and we're going to place them aside, let them dry. So now we have 7 loose blocks, and we're going to do very easy. We do some glue on the smallest line of the block and just simply roll them together until one piece. This will be the underside of the dinosaur. And again, we're going to squeeze them from the inside to the outside, and at the ending always give it a hard push on the side. We're going to clean it up with our wet towel, and we just place it straight up. Clean up your mat, and of course you do the back side. And always go back, make sure that you have a straight line. I do it with my fingers, but you can use a carpenter square, and you can also place it straight up and then gently with the tops of your fingers then press it down. And again, make sure that you squeeze it, and we're going to place this aside. So now we have a 1 row of 8, and again we do some glue on the smallest line from the block, and then again just simply roll them together, the same like we did the other one, and over here. And of course in the time I'm going to work with it, I'm going to look for how thick I'm going to do his body. And again, because we're going to make first the middle piece of his body, and then we're going to look for the head and the tail. And again, you're going to squeeze it. Make sure that you make a straight line, or else, and of course I have one crooked block inside, but it will work at the end. And again, going to let this dry. So now we have a row of 9, and we just do the same, just simply, and I do it a little faster. Roll them together until one piece. And of course I do maybe until 11 blocks, but you can make it as big and thick as you like. But if you make a really big dinosaur, then make sure that you do the legs also a little extra 2 blocks on top. But I'll show you that in a moment. Again, place it straight up, clean up your mat, and again do the back side. Over here, place it straight up, press it down like this, and then squeeze it and place it on the side. So now we have 3 parts, and what we're going to do is very simple. We do some glue over here on the 1 of 7 because we don't wait too long to do some glue. And again, we're going to turn it around, place it straight up. Oh, and you see already we're going to place this one in front of here. That's the 1 of 8. And again, just gently squeeze it together until one piece over here. And now you have the 1 of 9, but of course we don't do the whole piece. And again, just go back and over here. Do a little bit on this side and on this side. And then we're going to place it straight up. Place this one in front. And again, make sure that you have on each side the same openings over here. So he walks nicely around. And if you're happy with the shape, then of course, place it down like this and place it back up again. And then let it dry in for at least on the side for a couple of minutes. So now we have 1 row of 7, 1 row of 8, 1 row of 9, and now we have 1 of 10 and 1 of 11. So again, we do the same. We do some glue on the side and roll them together until one piece this way. Ooh, and of course I already flies out of my hands. That's what I have already so many times, because the glue is sticking then on my hands and then he sticks also on the blocks. But never mind. And again, you just simply roll them together. And of course, when you have the blocks with the brown and the blank color, then you can make do one on each side. So am. So you do one brown, one blank, one brown, and on the other side you do the opposite direction. So then you get kind of a little like a plaid look of your dinosaur. That's also a possibility before you spray paint it. And again, squeeze it. We press this one together and squeeze it. And we're going to clean it up. Very easy, like this. And of course, with wood glue, it still falls apart. If you use the hot glue, then it glues immediately. But of course, it is less sturdier than what I do right now. In the early DIYs, I use a lot of, on Monday and Tuesday, I show you also earlier DIYs. And there I use a lot of hot glue, but I'm always saying hot glue is great, but it is not as sturdy. If you want to have a piece which is you want to keep for a long time, then make sure that you use some wood glue. And again, we're going to clean it up and place it down and do the back side. And you see already, if you see me working, everything falls apart, but it doesn't matter. You just glue it back together again. Make sure that you have a straight line before you're going to let this dry. And you see, I do it with my fingers because I do it already for a long time. And let it dry in for only a half minute until a minute. So now I'm going to do some glue on the 1 of 10. And I'm going to do some over here, just some glue. That's why I don't wait too long. And I just simply place this one straight up and this one straight up. And then press it together. And you see already one of my blocks is much smaller. So it's always a tricky thing because I have bigger ones and smaller ones. But like I always tell you, we're going to work with it. Now we're going to do some glue on the 1 of 9. And again, you just go forward and place it over here. And again, and you just do some simple wood. And you can make this dinosaur, of course, also for your children's room. If anyone likes a lot of dinosaurs, of course. Oh, I do it already almost wrong. I have to turn it around and I do it this way. This better. And again, we just go and simply squeeze it back together. Make sure to have a nice piece like this. And we're going to place this aside again. And now we're going to go further with the other rows to make it again smaller. Now we're going to do a row of 10. Of course, because we are counting down again. And you can see already if you like a little of the smaller piece or you like a little bit of a bigger dinosaur. And again, and like I told you you can make one of your children's room, but I'm going to show you also that you can make it just simply for in your decor in your living room, because you can give it just bright colors like green, brown, and then make it really for a children's room. But you also can make a decor piece, because if you finish it and you are just going to spray paint it in the gold, silver, or maybe a copper, you will see how much it changes, and you even can use it for a glam decor. Again, squeeze it, and we're going to wipe away the glue. And over here, just very simple, place it straight up, and you see it falls apart, but it doesn't matter. Clean up your mat, do the back side, and again, you just press it together again. And in the end, it will glue the same. Again, place it straight up, and this way. Over here, and over here, and just squeeze it. Squeeze it. And we're going to let this dry. So now we're going to do some glue on the 1 of 9. And again, just simply do some glue. It is really a very simple piece. And you're just going to place it on top of here, place it straight up, like this. And now we're going to turn it, because we're going to count it down. We're going to get this piece, place this on the side. And if everything is totally not dry, so you just do carefully, and just when it goes out of each other, just simply do it back on each other again. We're going to place it straight up, and again we just simply place this one against here, and so we go row after row. We just make a kind of a body. So now we have a row of 8 and we have a row of 7, and again you do the same, just simply finish off for the top part of the body. And again over here, and this will be the last. And now we get a kind of like a normal shape of the body of the dinosaur. And again, squeeze it like this, and over here, squeeze it. And we're going to do place it straight up, place it straight up, clean up your mat, and do the back side. So like this, squeeze it, and over here. And we're going to let it dry in half minute. So now we're going to do some glue over here on the 1 of 7. Place it straight up, and place this one against here, and gently squeeze it together. We're going to turn it around, and we place this part. And of course, you see already we are now this far. You can already count, and you see already a little opening over here. This block is much smaller than the other ones, but at the end we are going to get there. Again, we're going to place it down, place this one down, and do some glue over here and over here, so that every block has a little bit of glue. And place it straight up, and we're going to press it together like this. And of course, with this one you can make the body even a little bit more round, and you take a 1 of 6, and you can even easy place a little top, and you can make this a little round, so you have a little bit more, and you can do some 5. You can go a little bit more round if that's what you want. So I think I'm going to go for a 1 of 6. I'm going to try if I like it or not, so we will see. Maybe I don't, but you have to try for the first time everything. So I'm going to look for if I like it or not. And again, we're going to squeeze it, place it straight up, clean up your mat, and do the back side. Press it down, do some glue, and we're going to look for if we like it or not. So again, place it over here. So, and now we are going to press it together. So now I have my body, and of course I'm still debating if I do the one of 6 in front or not. So I'm not pressing it too hard so I can remove it if I like it. I have here now the little legs, and of course they're looking like this right now, 2 blocks and 1 on the top. And of course I'm going to do some glue on the smallest line of the block, and I'm going to do them a little on the outside, not totally, but almost. And again here the same. And again, place it down and squeeze them together like this. And we're going to let this dry. And now we're going to do the tail. So for the tail is just improvisation, because improvisation was that. It's just an impression because I don't know how to make the tail. So I'm just going to do something. I have 5 sets of 2. And again, you just simply roll them together this way, and I'm going to look for if this will look as a tail or not. So we're going to make sure that we squeeze them like this. Make sure that you have a straight line over here, and this one, and this one. And again, you're going to get, and if you want a loose block, you're going to clean it up, get it off the table, and do the back side, and go back. Make sure that you have a straight line. You do here the same. Turn it around, and here the same. Turn it around, and this one. Turn it around, and this one. Clean it up, and this one. This way you clean. Always have a clean surface to work with. And again, go back, feel with your fingers that it is a nice straight line over here and over here. And we're going to give them ½ minute a rest. So now I have 3 of the 5, and I'm going to do some glue, and just simply place them on top of each other like this, and you're just going to simply squeeze them over here until one piece, and then turn it over and do the back side, and we just place them straight up like this, and we just clean the top also. And this side. And again, we're going to make sure we place this over here, this one, and we have 2 loose blocks, not 1, but 2 loose blocks. We place this one, our body, and of course this one I still have loose. I just simply lay it on top of here, so I still can decide which I like. I'm going to get one of the 2, and I'm going to do them not on the 11 is the middle one, 10 is the middle one. I'm going to go for the 9. So very simple. I'm going to do some glue on this side and a little on the inside. So again, place it on the 11, 10, 9 over here. I'm going to get another one of 2. I'm going to do some glue on this side, and of course on this side over here, and just simply just work your way a little inside because it is still open. You still can work with it. Now we get some loose block over here. You do some glue on this side and on the smallest line, and you just simply work your way and give it on the row of number 9. Again, just place it over here. And now we're going to get the 2 double of the 3 double. We just made this one, and we do some glue on this side, and we place it halfway, a little like this over here. Give it a little bit of pressure, not too hard, and press it together. And we have one loose block over here, and we place this one in the middle, and don't press too hard, just let it dry in on its own. And of course you can do an extra one over here if you like the over piece, but then this one needs to have a little extra. So I'm going to leave it this way, and I'm going to let it dry. So now we're going to try to make the shape of his head, and I'm going to start with a 1 row of 5, 1 row of 6, 1 row of 7, and a loose one of 4. So very simple. You just do the smallest line of the block, and again also with this one I never made one before, so we will see how the shape will look like. So I have really no idea, but we just do our best and we see where it will bring us. And again, simply now the one of 7, And just, you see already, this always a little challenge. How far do you get with your tumbling tile blocks in making your decor? And again, the last pieces, squeeze them. And of course, you squeeze this one, make sure they have a straight line. Here the same. And this one. And again, we're going to clean them up the way that we did the other parts also. Just very simple. Place it straight up. Clean up your mat. And do the back side. You do here this one of 4. Do the back side. The one of 7. And it's a little bit of a task, but at the end you're happy that you have a clean slate to work with. And again, the last one, oh, you see already one goes again, and you see already one piece is already bad in my block, but we're going to work with it. Always make sure that you go back and have a straight line. Here the same. And of course you can do it like I told you earlier, the way place it straight up, or you have your carpenter square. And again, let it rest in for maybe 5 minutes. So I have here now my 1 of 7, 1 of 6 and the 1 of 5, and I'm going to make all of them one longer. I want to have his neck a little bit longer, so this will be 1 of 8. And this will be 1 of 7, and this one will be 1 of 6. So 7, 6, 8, 6, 7, now really. A piece of 8, a piece of 7 and a piece of 6. Oh my English today is really. So again, because I want to have the neck a little bit longer. So again, I'm going to let it rest in for a little moment, and then we're going to glue it on top of our dinosaur. So now we have our dinosaur, and what we're going to do, we're going to get the 1 of 8, which was 7, but it is 8. And we're going to place it straight up. We're going to place the 1 of 7 now straight up, and the 1 of 6. And the 7 will be over here, and it will be glued on top of here. So we do some glue on the underside and on the inside. And of course we do a little bit higher. So some glue over here this way, and place it straight up, and just place it loose, not really glue it back together yet. We do some glue over here on the underside from the 1 of 7, and we do some glue over here, just simply over here, not totally to the side, but again, place it over here and just let it fall in on the one side. So my first 1 of 8 is on the row of the 11, so the middle piece. So again, here's the 1 of 8, and I have it over here. This is the 1 of 7, and now I only need some glue on this side. Over here, and I'm going to place this one in between this, and now I'm very gently going to fill it in and fill it in with each other this way, the best as I can, over here, and give it a little kind of a neck. But of course you see already my blocks are totally offline. You see it already over here. So what I can do, I can squeeze it a little bit harder. So the blocks, because wood glue is very forgiving, and squeeze it a little until I'm happy with the shape. And then I'm going to let this dry in for a couple of minutes. So now we have the 1 of 4, and of course we do some glue on this side and over here, and we're just going to glue it a half block down the top of the 1 of 8. So very simple, just squeeze it and let it dry in, and again give it some time to dry. And now we have a set of 3, and we just simply do some glue on this one and row it together, and you do the set of 2 and row it together. Give it a little bit of pressure, not too much. Here the same. And what you're going to do, you're not going to clean it up, but you just simply take it in your hand, and it is still rollable because it goes all the way. But this way it's easier when you have crooked blocks. It's easier to fill it in because now they are still loose from each other, and it's better to work with them. Now we get the 1 of 2, and again we do some glue over here and just simply place it in front of here and let it go stairways down. And the last one will be a loose block, and again you fill it in over here. Because I don't like the back of my dinosaur, I'm going to get 3 blocks and I'm going to do some glue on the smallest line. Over here the same. And again, you're going to squeeze it. In the meantime, we squeeze it, we don't clean it, we just do some glue and we just simply place it also in the middle of this one. So again, so he gets a little bit more like a round top of his bag. I like this a little bit better. That's why I never made it so you go along the way, you're going to tweak it and look for how it looks like. I think already it looks like a dinosaur. Maybe not from your side, but from my side it is. So I'm going to let this dry in. So you see already, this is how my little dinosaur is turned out. And I'm really happy with the first try. I'm going to paint it. I'm going to do mine, I think, in the gold color to give it just a little bit for the person everyone who enjoys a little bit of the glam look. They can see how much it will change, even when you do a little bit of gold spray on top of here. So and I'm going to do, you can change it for any season. Later I'm going to do here a little sign on top of here so you can change it up for every season. So I'm going to go to my garage and I'm going to spray paint it. And here you see already how my dinosaur is turned out. And I'm so happy with the shaping, especially because it's my first time I make this dino. Yeah, we call it a dino here in the Netherlands. You call it dino. But at least we're going to, I have here 2 black little half wooden beads. And I'm going to glue them on this side and on this side to give them some eyes. But you can do any color you like. So now I'm going to give it a kind of a bow, and of course I'm going to do it for the fall season. So I'm going to do here a little pumpkin on top of here, and I'm going to do an extra piece of twine, and I'm going to just simply make a bow over here. So you see I have here a pumpkin with some little holes in here, and I just did once a piece of my twine, and now I'm going to get the extra pieces, which are just of course are over, and is this one. And of course, I'm going to take an extra piece of twine and I'm going to do them on top of each other. I'm going to do this one all over here and then let them hang on. And you see, now we have them also on one piece, and now you still have a little pumpkin and you can easily hang it on the side of your dino. And of course, you can do some ribbon. I have a piece of twine, but you can do, of course, some ribbon. Do whatever you think it's right. So now I have my bow on top of here. I have a little sign on the front, but you see right now the quick impression. And you see finally a quick impression of my Tumbling tile blocks, a little first try of a dinosaur. I'm happy how this one turned out. Of course, you can always make it different than the mine. This is just a base and you can change it up any way you like. And of course, I hope you give this one a try. And if you're new here, I hope you enjoyed it also. And if you do, I hope you will click the red subscribe button if you want to see more DIYs. Everyone have an amazing day. See you all in the next one. Bye.